Today, we're going to talk about a major life hack, the anti-to-do list. In the 19th century, a German mathematician named Carl Jacobi developed an interesting insight. Many hard math problems that he was working to solve would become easier to solve when you flip them around and work backwards. He famously preached to his students, quote, "Man muss immer umkehren." Apologies for my bad German pronunciation. Translation, invert, always invert. As it turns out, this idea echoes across history, showing up in a variety of places before and after Carl Jacobi. In medicine, the first rule drilled into every young doctor is an inversion. First, do no harm. In art, Michelangelo was once asked how he carved the statue of David. He's rumored to have replied that he simply removed everything that wasn't David. In investing, Warren Buffett said that he built his incredible track record on two simple rules. Rule number one, don't lose money. And rule number two, don't forget rule number one. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's late business partner, distilled it even further. He said, quote, "All I want to know is where I'm going to die, so I'll never go there." End quote. Different fields, different centuries, same insight. There's a name for this principle, Via Negativa, the negative path, the path of removal. It finds its origins in ancient theological and philosophical practices as a way of describing God by describing what God is not. But the application is universal. To get closer to your truth, remove what doesn't belong. To achieve your goals and create your vision of the future, avoid what holds you back. Today, I'd like to tell you about a practical tool for doing just that. I call it my anti-to-do list. We all know the to-do list, staple of modern productivity, a daily guide for directing your attention towards the tasks that you need to complete. But it only governs one side of the equation. It tells you what to focus on, but nothing about what to avoid. It's like staring at your feet while you go for a walk. You'll certainly walk somewhere, but when you eventually look up, you may realize that somewhere was never really the goal. The anti-to-do list is your Via Negativa tool for life. It's a simple list of behaviors, habits, mindsets, self-limiting beliefs, or patterns that you want to avoid. The things you don't want to do. They are anti-to-dos. Not because they're catastrophic per se, but because they slowly hold you back from operating at full power, at full capacity. They silently pull you away from the life you want and deserve. A few specifics for how to think about this list. Create a physical anti-to-do list that sits in front of you in the same way your to-do list does. A huge part of the effectiveness of this tool is that it serves as a constant reminder when you see it. Keep just 3 to 5 items on the list at any time. More than that, and it just becomes challenging to manage. Use do not X as the syntax for each item on the list. The list is dynamic, so similar to your to-do list, it should evolve over time. Some items will be more persistent as they require longer periods of focus for you to really cement your avoidance of them into your wiring. The goal is to graduate items over time. So after a period of 100% avoidance, you can graduate those. You can move them off the list and replace them with something else. So if you want to stop scrolling TikTok instead of being present with your friends, you'd have that at the top of your list. And then as the behavior had changed and you'd cemented it, you could move it down the list or remove it altogether. To bring this to life and to help you actually go and create your own, here are some of the items on my current anti-to-do list, as well as some that have been on in the past. My current anti-to-do list. A few weeks ago, I wrote about this one. Number 1, do not use your phone around your family. Everything I want to improve in my life is downstream from spending less time on my phone. I shared my plan a couple of weeks ago for actually cutting my phone addiction, and that plan is working wonders in my life. More to come on that in the future. But a big part of sticking to it long term is having that no phone with family note right in front of me on my anti-to-do list daily. Number 2, do not be an ostrich. There's something I call the ostrich effect, which is named after the animal's tendency to bury its head in the sand to avoid danger. Humans are much the same when we encounter new information or evidence that challenges our pre-existing beliefs. In a rapidly changing and uncertain world like the present, your beliefs are constantly being challenged. I refuse to be an ostrich. I want to update my thinking when high-quality new evidence comes to light. Number 3, do not jump at shiny objects. In the past, I've been a frequent victim of shiny object syndrome. I get excited about new things and spread my attention too thin. Right now, I'm at a moment in my life where I have incredible clarity about my focus areas. I'm seeing it start to compound ferociously. The best way for me to screw that up would be to jump at the hundreds of shiny objects that get thrown into my orbit on a weekly basis. And finally, number 4, do not confuse simulating with doing. A recent observation I've had is that there are a lot of ways in which we simulate something rather than doing it. You can simulate productivity by creating 1 million dashboards and fancy automations, but it's very different than actually being productive. You can simulate presence by being in a room, but it's very different from truly being present and opening your mind to the people that you're with. You can simulate progress by gathering information, reading, seeking advice, and watching videos, but it's very different from actually doing something. I want to be a doer, not a simulator. Some of my former anti-to-do list items, to continue to create an illustration for you: do not engage in energy-draining communication. The pick your brain and get to know you Zooms and phone calls, that was where my energy goes to die. If there's not a clear purpose and action associated with a call or video conference, I don't do it. I've never built a meaningful relationship over calls or Zoom meetings, so I default to in-person interaction as much as possible. Do not complain about anything. If the thing is within your control, then go do something about it. If the thing is out of your control, then it's just a waste of energy to complain about it. Do not assume improvement. You can't improve what you don't track. I've fallen into this trap on several occasions. Going to the gym, but never tracking anything I was doing. Thinking about saving money, but never tracking budget or spending. The moment you start tracking things is the moment you start improving. Do not say yes to things, assuming more time for them in the future. The yes damn effect says that we systematically overestimate the amount of time we'll have for things in the future. We say yes to something and then it arrives, and lo and behold, we say, damn, why did I say yes to this? If you don't have time for it right now, you're not going to have time for that thing in the future. If you wouldn't do the thing tonight or tomorrow, don't say yes to doing it a month from now. Do not hit the snooze button. It's not about sleep. It's about stacking evidence that you are in control. And lastly, do not graze on low-value tasks. Parkinson's law says that these tasks expand to fill the time allotted for their completion. When you don't create fixed, bounded, constrained windows, you just let them bleed out over your calendar. Okay, so now it's time for you to put this tool into action. Here's how to create yours in the next 10 minutes. Number 1, audit your key domains. Think about your work, health, relationships, and personal development. Where are the challenges? What friction points have you observed? What's holding you back from operating at full power? Number 2, write down 3 to 5 items. Don't overthink it. You already know what belongs on this list. The things that make you wince when you're honest with yourself about their impact on your life. If it makes you feel nervous or uncomfortable to fight back against it, it probably belongs on the list. And step 3, place the list somewhere you'll see it. It should be visible during your days, on your desk, in the kitchen, on your phone background, whatever. Just make sure it serves as a trigger to course correct if you're starting to run afoul of any of these items. Then, each day, check the items off the list, not because you did them, but because you didn't. Over the next few months, cement the behavior around the starting list. Then, graduate items accordingly and add new ones. The list will evolve as you do. The anti-to-do list is a major life hack, Via Negativa in action, the path of removal, the daily practice of becoming the person you want to be by avoiding the actions of the person you don't. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I hope you'll share it with others. If you did enjoy this, you're going to love my first book, The 5 Types of Wealth. It's a New York Times bestseller, and you can order it now on Amazon or anywhere books are sold. As always, until next time, stay curious, friends.